When I taught graduate music theory, I'm from New Jersey and I have a deep pool of friendships here from marching band. So sometimes I would get band members in my class and who are teachers. And I remember one in particular who was like, he was like just the plain the counterpoint. I explained counterpoint, and he's just like it made so much sense immediately. In a way like no one can ever reach me. Like it just I was like, wow, it just clicked. But I think it's the posturing is part of it. If I'm gonna posture it like you're gonna get this, I know you're gonna get it, then you probably will. I did a video for Make Weird Music when I did the Cribbage Variations, and that got a lot of positive responses about the whole 12-tone process. If I can inspire someone else to do something other than stare at their phone all day, then I've really done a good job, you know? Like, I want everyone writing music. I want everyone feeling comfortable writing music. I want everyone to explore it. And what's kind of cool is I think being a composer is so much more popular now than it was in the 1990s, like because of video games. There's so many more people doing it, and I just think it's great. Like why wouldn't I want like if you love music and you love music composition and you love all these things, like why wouldn't you want to share that with everybody?
Yeah, I've said on this podcast before, I mean, video game music is what piqued my interest in and really all music. I mean, that's what got me set on this path is, playing Nintendo 64 as a kid and now here I am. So, I totally hear you.
What are your favorite video game soundtracks?
Oh, I haven't played video games as much lately, but I mean, certainly like all the Legend of Zelda soundtracks. I mean, especially like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, like those N64. I mean, even like the Super Nintendo, Link to the Past. So yeah, I'm out of the game, no pun intended. And yeah, I think that those are the biggest ones for me. I mean, any of the RPG kind of soundtracks, the fantasy worlds, and it's always those big orchestral kind of scores always interested me. I think, yeah.
So cool.
So you've created music across a very wide variety of genres and styles. We talked about rock music, jazz, you have straight up classical compositions and beyond. I mean, blending and all that kind of stuff. So why is this variety of musics important to your creative practice?
I studied composition with Dean Drummond when I was a grad student, and he actually told me the answer. And he was like, there are some artists who have a style and they're happy with that and they kind of grow within that style. But he said he thought I would just always keep changing. That I would be interested in different things and find different things to talk about, and that I wouldn't be satisfied, like for instance, writing jazz rock music for the rest of my career. I think that's kind of true. Like Miles Davis said famously that he wakes up in the morning and finds something creative to do with his life. I mean, he could have made so much more money if he had just played like kind of blue the rest of his life
Yeah.
and not done these like avant-garde ensembles of the 70s and early 80s. But he just followed his bliss. He was like, this is the music I want to make, and I'm going to make this music today. And tomorrow I'll decide to make this kind of music instead. Frank was kind of the same way. Like his styles were evolving. And I guess that was the examples that I had. Like Carla Bley, too. I mean, Carla Bley stylistically, I don't want to say she changed that much, but the ensembles changed and the people changed and the kinds of music she was making changed. So I just felt like that was the example I was getting from my inspirations, you know?
I don't know if this is the right kind of question to ask, but what kind of function does it serve in your creative practice to be able to, wear this hat one day and maybe take it off and wear the next one? I mean, how has that served you over the course of your career?
Well, one of my biggest secrets is my ability to single task. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my friends are like, I don't know how you do all this stuff. Like you have a business company and you do orchestrations and you're a professor and you know what I mean? But the truth is, like, right now I'm here with you. I am fully here with you. Right. I'm not thinking about anything else, and that's just what it is. So I'm just dealing with this in front of me. So if I'm looking at an ensemble and I have bass, guitar, saxophone, drums, and piano, I'm going to write a piece for that ensemble that fits with them, and all these things kind of
Yeah.
go in. But it's more like tools in the box than it is like a concentrated thought.
And that's something I've been thinking about a lot lately as I do. so many different kinds of things myself, and just figuring out how to hyper focus, because once you do start trying to multitask, it's like game over. It's just like
Yeah.
your focus leaves. You can't get anything done at that point. So that
Oh, my
makes total
other
sense.
secret is anything that takes 6 minutes or less to do, I do immediately. My other secret.
Mm, yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than you're sitting there, your inbox is like 85 emails you have to answer in it, and you know what I mean? Like, you're not getting anything done if it's like that. So it's gotta be like in and out, in, out, in, out. Just, you know, keep that ball rolling.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Micromaker by Loose Leaf Transmissions. We hope you enjoyed this brief glimpse into the inner workings of the creative life. If this resonated with you, be sure to check out the full conversation on Music Maker with Tyler Kline, a podcast exploring craft and process, philosophy and inspiration, and the honest, often messy parts of being an artist, creative uncertainty, purpose and identity, and resilience. You can find Music Maker wherever you get your podcasts or by visiting musicmakerpodcast.com.